We're live.
Good evening, everyone. How are we all? We've got 14. Wow, we've got 14 people in already.
Oh.
So we've got James and Sam tonight.
Guest appearance.
With is it an alpaca?
It's a dog. It's a dog.
It's a dog. We can't tell. How is everyone? Everyone have a good Christmas considering the awful circumstances at the moment in the world.
Yeah, it's not going too well at the moment, is it? We down south managed to survive till Christmas Day, but we're now tier 4, just like I guess you guys are all tier 4 up north now.
Yeah, most places. Most places.
We haven't been able to do too much.
Yeah.
And did I get any Christmas mini related bits? No, I didn't actually. I don't know about you guys, but
I've got quite a bit. I've got quite a bit. Break servo, master order.
Yeah, you did quite well, didn't you? Yeah, we did quite well. I didn't get anything for the mini. I got stuff for the Mazda, which will be in a coming video. Everyone's gonna love that. So everyone's gonna love that because the Mazda's not getting much love at the moment. So
yeah. Don't even talk to me about my Mazda. I don't even know if it. I know where it is, but I'm probably never going to be able to go see it again now at this rate.
Can you get some like hair tongs?
No, you left yours in the back of Isla. So.
Not even a hair dryer. I need a new hair dryer.
So yeah, we've got quite a few people. Joining in. Evening Graham, evening Phil. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you, mate. Mini Life. Mark the Welder.
Yes, my setup does look different, Rust Bucket. Was because in the last few months I've moved places, so which has been a big reason why I haven't really been around on the channel that much. Real life got in the. Not to say that Simpson class isn't real life, but other things got in the way, and unfortunately cars had to take a back seat for a few months. But Mark and Sam have been keeping it going strong on the channel, so regular mini content and massive content. So
trying to keep going. I mean, I've not been able to have much actual garage time, which is a bit rubbish, really. But Sam's done loads on Violet, so any questions you want to know that have not been covered in the video, fire away. Hi from New York. That's mad.
It's always good to get the Americans on, so considering the time difference.
Yeah. Yes, we had a good Christmas. Thank you, considering. Thanks, Anthony. But this is mad. We've got loads of people joining again. So
I'm going to say hi. It's good to see everyone.
Definitely.
Graham is saying we're taking a risk having 3 cams on, but I think we got off to a smooth start today. So touch wood, I think we'll be all right.
As long as it keeps going all right.
So Mark's going to freeze in about 30 minutes, and then we won't be able to get him back, and then we'll just be me and Sam, and then That's
all right. He's just losing his ears.
Yeah.
So
my elf ears going on.
Maybe he's run over by Violet.
That's when Violet was looking at best as well. She doesn't look like that anymore. We just wanted to set time really to get together before Christmas, sort of clear up before Christmas, for the year, just to clear up a few things really, because it's been a while. It's been a while, and things have changed on the channel. We slowed down with the videos. That's not through the fact that we wanted to. It's the fact that life's been very difficult and got loads of other things going on in life at the moment, real world issues, and there's loads of plans, and that's why we really wanted to do a live stream. We brought Sam in as well because at the end of the day, Sam's kind of lost part of the channel, and I can't thank him enough for Violet, and I'm going to do a video on driving Violet. There's a little surprise as well.
I just noticed the guys talking about Echo. I just turned something off. Let me know if it still sounds horrible.
We've got our tech on it. We've got our IT engineer on it again.
I didn't realise I was streaming 2 different audios here, but it shouldn't be echoing now.
Are we all better?
Let me ask my other half because she's watching downstairs.
But yeah, if there's any questions you guys want, fire away. Moving into 2021, things you'd like to see on the channel, things you didn't like about the channel. Just be honest, we're real people at the end of the day. We can change it. We can change it. Ross B, we had a good Christmas. Thanks. Glad you did too. Ross B is enjoying Sam's Instagram posts.
Oh. Yeah, well, the Smiths Instagram posts. Yeah, and I'm wearing the Smiths hoodie now, but I mean, some of them they might be a little bit drunk. Yeah, a little bit. Oh God.
Oh well, we can do our best with the audio at the end of the day. We're streaming for 3 different parts of the UK, so
I spoke too soon, didn't I? I just jinxed myself. I've just muted another source, but I don't know if that means Sam is now quiet. Oh, fix apparently.
Can you hear me?
Can everyone hear everyone? Yeah.
Sound check. Fixed.
Right. I'll have that for next time then.
Nice one.
Yeah, everyone's now just messaging me saying much better.
Hey, all right, sorted.
Get started.
Yeah, so let's get to proper chat. So, what have I been personally up to? I'll start first, as I'm king of the castle. I'm at the top.
King of the castle.
Castle.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah, so personally, I've not had loads of garage time. It's been a bit crap, really, in that respect. Started a new job. Just excuses. I'm not going to rattle on all of them. But I've not had any time. But Sam's had Violet, obviously, and if you've been following along with that, I appreciate it. He's done an awesome job. The Budget Clubman, I've actually filmed a video that's coming out this week, which will clear up some bits and pieces on the Budget Clubman for you guys. I've filmed a video today, actually, before this live stream with the Mazda. So there'll be a video the following week with that. We're going to run with 1 video a week at the moment until we're all sort of back to normal with all this COVID rubbish going on, and sort of just try and go back to 3 videos a week. That's our end goal. But yeah, I've not really got much to say in the respect of the MPI. That's going to be coming as soon as I've got a bit more sort of movable space. Get on with the front end with that. Yeah, there's loads of stuff coming at the end of the day. We plan to get back on with the 89, which is the big one for next year, and track day the MX5. At the end of the video you'll see on Wednesday, there is another car coming to the channel. None of you are probably going to guess what it is, but it's something I've wanted for a long time, and I will film it eventually. But I did the deal just before Christmas, and it's made me very happy. These lads below know exactly what it is.
How much do you want to give away? Do you want to say maybe what you might have to do to this car?
All I'm going to say is it's the only car I now own with a decent sized turbo. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, that's a good way to start. It's going to be first turbo project for the channel.
Yeah, it's going to be a good turbo build. It's going to be, I guess, an engine swap as well. An engine swap turbo build with some suspension upgrades, bits and pieces like that. Some body work. It's got a bit of everything, really, but it's going to be very different. So
if you go on your Instagram and see what you've been liking, that'll give it away. So,
yeah, there you go. Yeah, literally, you can do that. But yeah, so got a few more people joining. Evening Matt, Evening Sunny Mini UK. Yeah, we've got loads of people joining, so this is really good. So over to whichever one of you guys wants to go next.
Go on.
I can go. Yeah.
Go on.
So yeah. Go on, Sam. So as everyone's aware, so I've had a bit of downtime the last few months. So I took the opportunity to get on with Violet because someone's been moaning for the past year how he can't keep up, and he's like I think it made me aware we went to the Peak District and we're going down at Mount Tor. Halfway down, and I stopped for a photo. I didn't stop. And then we got to the bottom, and Mark said he couldn't stop. So it's a good job I didn't stop, really, because otherwise I would have had no car left. And then since then, we went to Dale's. We've been moaning about how he doesn't feel great and stuff. So that's why I just thought, well, I've got a bit of time in between things.
Yeah.
I need to get a bit of rehab back into doing what I like doing. So it's a perfect time just to get out and enjoy it. So yeah, so Violet's done now. She's back with you. She's
awesome.
She's delivering some really good, good things. And for me now, I just need to get back on with my own projects. So before last lockdown, I went on a big drive to Peak District. It was amazing. Apart from at the end of it, I could smell like a burning smell. Now, me being me, I was trying to work out what was burning. Turns out after doing a compression test and stuff that my brake master cylinder / servo is leaking, burning brake fluid, so it's acidic smell, smells horrible. So now I'm at the opportunity where the servo needs to come out and the master cylinder, and because I'm not going to do that, I'm going to repaint a full bulkhead, repaint the engine, and just get it like nice. That's the one part that's 10 years old now and needs doing. So yeah, so that's my project, but it's just a bit, as everyone knows, it's a bit horrible and wet and
easy,
cold. No. So try and keep warm because I've got a bit of a cold at the moment and I don't want to get going worse. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Plus the Midas as well. That's the next project.
We sort of need to do a review on the Midas, don't we? Because we did it and then it got rushed for the wedding. It's been enjoyed a little bit and then it's been off the channell. So it'd be quite nice for you to maybe do a review on that.
We wanted to do obviously the kit car show, the main one this year, got cancelled. All the mini stuff. We went to Llandudno, so we've been to Llandudno with it. So
and it broke down.
Well, I didn't. The heat shield wasn't on, was it? but that's changed as well. So basically, when I was 17, because a 998 is too slow for modern traffic, that's what I said to my parents.
Yeah.
I managed to borrow the 1275 out of the Midas when I was 17. It never went back in. And my dad's got his spare 71, 72, 98. As you know, it goes all right, but it's not amazing.
Yeah.
Now, the original plan was to put the 1275 back in, but I've had an idea, which Dad seems to like. So I've got my original 998 out of H7, like a 35,000 mile 998. And we've got a 408. I think, I'm 99% sure we're going to like VMAX SCART supercharge it with a Weber kit. So it should have about 80 £8 football. Yeah, but it's pretty different to do. And he's convinced that it's a nice idea. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be really good. Sort of as well, being a kit car, that supercharger sound would sound awesome for all that. Because it's a different sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I think that's a great idea. And it sort of finished that car off. It's had all the sort of bodywork and cosmetics done. You've done the number plates. You've done all the little lights. Anything it's needed, it's had. And now it really is just the engine left, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's had all the new Protect shocks and that. So.
I mean, it's not perfect. We did it in a week and in a month, didn't we? But it's what it is.
But like anyone who watches this channel, and I'm sure both of you will agree with this, there's absolutely no point in having a perfect car in my eyes because you just don't drive it, you don't enjoy it. Now, I'm not going to rattle on about it because there's certain people that just start crying about it, but there is just no point, is there? Because if it's too nice, you won't use it, and it's one of them. So yeah, I think that's a great idea to supercharge it and get the car out more.
Well, for that, like when I got a Firecat, the plan of Firecat was to go to London to buy him with my dad and my cousin. With H7, then sell it. I then drove Firecat. I loved it because it's been restored, but we hadn't done it. So I didn't not care, but I was like, I'd take it anywhere. I'd drive anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's when you realise there's more to life than just polishing it and being scared of it. That's why you don't use it. So.
The first year I had a Violet, I didn't really use her. James knows this. When it was first done, I did one show in it, I think, and no one ever really saw it for the first year. I did the magazine shoot because that's what my biggest goal was. And then I felt like I lost a year of driving her. And that's no good when you own a car you really enjoy having. So we've got a few more people joined. So, Gentleman Motor Racing Team. Hi, Kevin. I hope you're well and had a good Christmas. I've been catching up on your videos as well. And that Rally Mini is something else. It really is very cool. I'd actually like to come down to Goodwood if you do the rally stages and stuff down there with it, because I'd love to see that thing actually in action. Rust Bucket, would you ever do a mini shorty? Me personally, no. The only good thing I can see about a mini shorty is storage. You can put it anywhere. But no, personally, it's not something I'll be doing. These lads might do something with it, and obviously I'll support it if they did. But it's not for me.
You're into convertibles, aren't you? So
yeah, but I think my hair would definitely get ruined in a shorty.
Yeah, I think a mini shorty is. A lot of people have done them and they're well done, and the power to weight ratio is going to be. I'm pretty sure I saw one in the past out of 1380 at the front, and you're like, it's just going to. I don't know. Is it going to feel safe driving?
I think of the legalities too much about it. It's basically a cut and shut, isn't it? And I know those people have done it out there, but I just wouldn't want to be in an accident in a mini. I have been in accidents in minis and done okay out of it, but I wouldn't want to be in an accident in a shorty. And I guess through being in accidents, you just sort of fear the worst. I guess it's probably the wrong way to look at something, but yeah, could you imagine getting hit by a 4x4 or being run over by Percy, one of them? It'd be horrible, wouldn't it?
Over, you'd be flat as a pancake.
Yeah. So.
Or wedged between two tracks.
But yeah. In answer to Phil, got a beer, mate.
It's just
so yeah,
he's got an invisible beer because it doesn't quite transpire. You can see him. You can see him drinking.
If I hold it up here, you can't actually see it.
I'm the beer. So.
Yeah. So move on to what James has got planned. I'm sure.
Oh,
James
I've got
got a few
loads of
things
things I
planned.
could probably talk about, but it's obviously I'm in my new place now, which is great because it's got more space. It's not perfect. It doesn't really have garage space, but it comes with a lot of driveway space, which is already quite full at the moment, considering Edith is taking up quite a lot of space at the moment. Edith is actually being put to use at the moment, and she has been. Well, she helped us move all our sofas and mattress and everything, because why not when you've got a flatbed at the back? And yeah, got all our units over. But yeah, she's had some older cars on the back of her, older than what? Actually, maybe comparison to the club, but there's something high. It's not a project for us, but it would definitely be a review of some sort with an old car. I will probably put a teaser up on Facebook in the coming days.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
It's something that I've obviously a lot of people are probably expecting us to bring a Maxi onto the channel at some point, because I really want one, but I think other things in life have kind of got in the way. And thanks for everyone. There's actually quite a few people. I think Rust Bucket and some other people have been messaging me on Instagram with links to eBay with projects coming up, and there has been some nice ones for not that much money really.
They sort of stopped price-wise, haven't they? They haven't
rocketed yet. Haven't. They're not really a desirable classic, which is obviously most classics this year have gone sky high, like crazy high, which is good for the mini scene, I guess, or existing mini owners, because their cars are rotting away but going up in value, which makes me feel better about Eve. But there was something that actually, I won't go into too much detail, but maybe in another live stream, is that Mark actually found the press brochure for an Austin Maxi from 1969, and it even says not for publication until the 24th of April 1969. So, what was it, 28th of the 12th, 2020? I think it's just about right that we actually have a look at it. But it's, I might even do a video about it. It's so cool. But it's even got the original press photos that were printed and released with this at the same time, and
I think you need the car.
I know, a photoglossy picture of the engine, and this is what they sent out to the press so that they could scan, copy, and put it in the papers of the time, I guess. There's a lot to go through here, which is great, and I think it's going to be a nice bit of memorabilia to have with a Maxi when we get one. Although it's probably going to be a Maxi 2, just because they're the ones that seem to survive the most. The Maxi ones have pretty much rotted away by now.
R.I.P. British Leyland.
Pretty much, yeah. There's not many British Leyland minis around. But yeah, I think for me, hopefully start the new year. Eve's going to get over to my new place. We're going to get her stripped down, see how bad. Start assessing the shell a bit more, get everything out, turn her into a rolling shell, get her on the back of Edith, and hopefully at some point next year, COVID permitting, I'll be able to drive up to Mark with Eve, and she can have the same sort of treatment that the clubman's been through and the MPI that he's going through. But we've got to sort the MPI out first. I think that's going to be a big goal. And the
89.
Yeah, and the 89. So it's there's lots of mini projects to come next year. And of course, I've got a Mazda Mark II MX-5. It's just sitting over at my parents' place, and it's growing bold. It hasn't been driven at all. So, but
loads to come.
I bought a new engine for it, and I bought a new clutch for it. I just haven't fitted it yet, and I really want to get on and do it. So, hopefully, that will be something you guys will enjoy. And with it, hopefully.
And then we both plan to get on track, don't we? And then we're going to drag Sam on track with the Z or with the H7.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking the Z.
I want to get MJ on a track, but I'm afraid that she will break. I think as soon as I get on a track, something will go wrong.
No, it should be fine.
But maybe a track a tracker taster session, just maybe like an hour in the evening where you get like 2 15-minute sessions just to have a bit of fun, but hopefully not break too much.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd
They
be
quite
fun.
often do that, especially is it MSP? Not MSP, MSV, I think. So, but they obviously do Brands Hatch and everything. And obviously, I've done Brands Hatch in my alpha, and I would love to go back to Brands Hatch. I think I need to do another track day. So
yeah, I think we've got quite a few tracks lined up really for the cars.
That's going to be a big part of
the coming new year and stuff. So just to answer a few of the things coming through. Did you change the copper inlet pipes on Violet this year? Yeah, James had the inlet actually sent away to have them changed because they just completely rotted out. So they're now changed with stainless ones.
Stainless steel
so
pipes, yeah.
There's a guy on Facebook that did it for us. We bought the kit to do it, didn't we, James? But it was just a bit too far gone, and we're a bit concerned that the actual inlet was at fault because it had rotted so much that it actually caused issues to the casting.
It's a video that never came to the channel. Actually, I never completed it, and but it was. I've got all the old ones out and the old. I forgot what they're called now. The old plugs. What are the? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But
they're like yeah, I know what you're saying. Like they're like stoppers, aren't they? Plugs, bungs, or whatever you want to call them.
But I've got it all out, and I was getting the new ones in. It was just putting the new stainless steel pipes in. I think because the stainless steel is it's a much harder metal than the copper pipes that came out of it, and trying to.
Yeah. But we asked the guy, didn't we, that supplied the kits,
and he said it is a bit 50-50 if they go in easy, the new ones, etc. And in the end, I didn't want to waste the manifold, so I actually sent it back to him, and he finished it for me, and he got it in without too much issue. So
yeah, it's all sealed up, and it seems to have sorted the issue. And knowing that I don't have an issue anymore with that now is pretty good. And it's had all new sensors and stuff. And then on from that, it's had new bottom pipe. It's now had a new rad. it's had
spiraled, isn't it? So,
yeah, and a new water pump. What else have we got?
Cole from.
There's going to be a queue. Yeah, we've got a few people joining here as well. We've got there's going to be a queue to get in a passenger ride in Kevin's Rally Mini. I think there is, because that's just a cool build. Phil, we need to put something hot in a Mini. Yeah, we do. We need something fast. Both Sam's Minis are pretty quick. MJ's pretty quick, but I think it's a bit time we put something a bit mental in a Mini, to be honest. Just a bit stupid, even if it's just a track car.
You could put Sony in it. That'd be stupid.
Well, that would be stupid, yeah. Pie Barm and all that. Yeah, we've got bloody hell. Thanks, guys, tuning in. This is awesome. Casimini DIY. Hi, Cole. I hope you're okay. How exactly would you want to? Oh, I'm just catching up on the message. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm trying to read through them all as well.
Yeah.
It's going to one for the first show. Probably going to be Bingley, maybe, because that's in March.
Yeah, so. Bingley's moved to March. We were talking about getting a couple of cars together for that. So that'd be interesting. Obviously, with bookings and stuff like that with COVID, we haven't actually put anything forward yet. But yeah, it would be nice to get a few cars together. That would be pretty good.
Pending, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just, it's like you guys, everyone out there, it's plans. How can you plan anything at the moment? It's a bit ridiculous.
It's been the thing is, we've had a great year. We've had a really good year as Simpsons Classics. We've done a lot, considering. And we've got a good subscriber base. It's come through. Considering what it was at the beginning of the year, and of course, no one knew the long-term effects of COVID and what it was going to be as a cancel pretty much every single outdoor event going. It's something that unfortunately we were saying in our last live stream that sort of come March next year we'll probably be able to get to a show pretty much every week or at least 2 or 3 times a month where we can see everyone, have a chat with everyone, get coverage of everything. It's something we still really, really want to do, but it's the biggest reason why the channel's been quite quiet the last few months is because we haven't been able to meet up.
Because of COVID.
First, second lockdown, now the tier system. We've had 2 tier systems technically now before, and it's just made it hard for all of us to meet up and go out. Like we was at a good point where we could go down to into Yorkshire and have some fun around the roads there and get some filming because COVID was actually it was going back then. It was really low. It was a good part of the year.
Yeah, July it was looking up.
Yeah, very little cases across the UK, and then
And then when did we go out, Sam? Was it in August in Dales? Wasn't
September, wasn't it?
September. It was looking better then as well, wasn't it? And then it's just gone completely downhill.
And then you two got really busy, and then I was the opposite. So then I had some free time to.
It's just gone backwards, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There's a few people asking about the IMM in Italy. A couple of people in there. I personally, I'm not going to book it. I'm going to just put it out there. I can't afford to lose any money on bookings and stuff. And if I do a drive abroad, I'm going to do Le Mans because in my eyes that's a better event. It's IMM's IMM, and don't get me wrong, I think it'd be great in Italy. But for me, I just want a bit more.
Actually, I got an email from the organizer of IMM Italy today, and I honestly.
You've got a free ticket,
I got
haven't you?
2 free tickets because we went back in 2013, and I would love to recreate that, but Eve's not in nowhere near fit shape. I could take MJ. Obviously, I would love to take MJ there, and I don't think the car will do it fine, but it's. I don't think it will happen. Like they're asking me to confirm how many am I going to be sleeping in a tent, how many people are going to be in my thing, so they can give me a pitch, and I'm like. They're going through all this detail now, and I'm just like, okay, for me, it's not cost me anything because I've got the tickets for free. But you know, like, I was hoping more of us would be able to come. I was hoping, like, obviously yourself, Mark, maybe Sam, if he wants to come across, and we'd all have a little camp out there together. But it's a long drive, and I've done it once before, and I don't think it'll happen. But
yeah, I think from a personal point of view, and I don't know if you two both agree with it. I think if things do drop, like the restrictions do move, like I say, for me personally, I'll do Le Mans, but I want to try and do more with the channel and meet more of you guys, like do maybe some runs out and stuff like that. And I think if we can, once the COVID restrictions are relaxed a little bit more, it'd be much better just to get out and enjoy the cars. You know, just do a few more long like weekends events, or maybe a camp over somewhere, or I don't know. I just think we said for a long time to meet somewhere, and loads of you guys want to get together. I think it'd probably be better to put our efforts into something like that.
A good part of our effort would be, because we've always said before, we would like to do a tour of the UK, but meeting our sort of our subscriber base around the country. Even if it is just meeting in a local area, pub, car park, whatever it may be, but we just want to see everyone and go around and just kind of document it and just get to see all these minis from the whole of the UK. And if it just to see everyone. I think that's something that's probably more realistic within the COVID restrictions, because we can probably organise it outside, keep it quite low key, and it won't be such a big thing. But it's
well, for me anyway. Say my friends in the Norfolk Mini Club, they're going. And I've been really tempted because they do the big trips, and got quite a few friends from the Norwich Mini Club just because I've met through social media like 10 years ago. Tempted to do it, but I'm sort of, I don't know, same thing. I think it's a lot of money.
It's on the fence, isn't it? It's like, what do you do?
It's on the fence anyway. It's a lot of money. And then 2 years ago, well, nearly 3 years ago, when I was driving past Turin, I remember thinking, I was in the Z on cruise control, and I remember thinking, I was in the Mini now, I'd hate it. That's not because I love driving it. It's a
big risk taking an old car.
3,000 mile round trip. It is a risk, and the temperature, and you can't relax when you're in an Italian motorway. You can't relax. So
we're not, like, obviously on this channel, people know, and whatever reasons, we're not scared of putting the mileage on it. But going abroad is a big thing. You have got to really plan ahead, and you really need. Like we spoke about this before in a few live streams. It'd be quite good to go and then have a car with us as well. Just to carry spares, carry tools, and just to have a car there. So if obviously we had to leave a car to go and get some bits, we had, you know, it's almost like a support vehicle, I guess. And I think that would be good. So, you know, that might be the Mazda.
Well,
Mazda with a trailer on the back.
Well, we joked about taking Edith, didn't we? Because at least if someone is a complete failure, like at least we could tow it the rest of the way and tow it home.
Exactly. So I've seen Kevin at Gentleman's Motor Racing Team. He said delay it to 2023. I think that's better because I've got Germany tickets and that's happening in 2022. They've moved that to then. So we'll definitely do Germany because Germany's a good run. You can do a few things. There's loads of things you can stop at on the way to Germany. And you're not massive.
Germany's not too bad.
Over 1,000 miles away from home.
Germany. It's a nice little drive there. You wouldn't get too uncomfortable in a Mini. And
and there's German beer and things like that.
That's a
So
plus,
it's all
isn't it? So.
But I mean, but isn't there a minimum speed limit on the autobahn? I think it's, and like Mark don't do past 60, so.
Oh, I can now though because it's been fixed.
Do it before it.
Yeah, so I found out from Sam that she did over 80 miles an hour on obviously private land in Mexico.
8 to 9, I think we got to. Yeah.
But yeah.
Told you that while you was at work as well. So.
DJSE, I think it's every 5 years it's back in the UK, but obviously with COVID now, everything's been pushed back. So Germany's been pushed back a year. If Italy gets pushed back to a year, I think it's going to be like nearly 2028 by the time it's back in the UK.
Well, the trouble is they haven't actually decided past 2022. Germany got 2022 because it was undecided, and obviously 2023, 2024, 2025 is undecided.
It could possibly be Italy if it gets cancelled.
Yeah, but they might just leave it. They might just make it come back to England in 2024.
Yeah.
And to be honest, because I'm actually wearing the IMM t-shirt from 2019, but it wasn't a good IMM. It was not organised. It was not organised well at all. And I know they paid a management venue company, whoever, to do it all, which takes a lot of hassle out of the club.
Yeah.
But I think they underestimated the the power and the force of the mini enthusiasts, and it was just not.
Oh, that's what I mean. I can't even put into words how hard it must be to organise an event like that. But for us, obviously, the weather wasn't on our side. The weather had ruined it, really. The organisation was nothing compared to the weather. If the organisation was a bit iffy, we could have dealt with it. But the weather just really ruined everyone's weekends.
It's when that marking it blew off. That was the best bit.
Yeah, everything just we couldn't go and do anything because of it. But obviously the guys that put it together, fair play to them. It's 60 years a mini. It wasn't easy, and they've done really well with it. But
but to be fair though, like this year's been shit. Like I would have rather done that again. Like I said, I would have rather gone 4 nights in that muddy field.
Oh yeah,
have a good laugh. And
just to be able to do something.
Yeah, and just chill out and have a laugh with people. And they're not. So, but
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony's tuned in. Here he is. Got his slippers on. He's ready.
It's an alpaca. It's not a llama. It's an alpaca.
And it's a dog, isn't it, behind you?
Yeah, that is a dog. Yeah.
A few people. I think Russ Bucket up there. He said about having maybe a convoy to a couple of the shows. I think he mentioned Bingley, but we could obviously do other shows as well if that gets moved as well. I think that's what we're sort of going back to. We want to sort of get together with you guys and do some runs out. Where that falls with everyone in the UK, we don't know because we're us three are all in different places as it is. But yeah, it's something that we need to look into. There's obviously nothing been planned again because you just can't plan. No, we can't book a nice pub somewhere to have as a meeting point to have as food to let them know we're going to have X amount of cars there, blah, 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 when they're not even open or might even close by the time all this has happened. So it's quite hard to make anything happen. But yeah, it's something that 2021 needs to bring. We need to meet you guys, really. And they're pretty good to have a load of minis, or not necessarily minis. Like I say, the channel's turning. It's not just staying with minis. It's going to have other cars as well. So just bring what you're driving at the end of the day.
Just be nice to get out and have a social, won't it? See people, meet people.
Yeah, I completely agree. So, you'll see Tony dancing in the field with Billy. You'll see Edith towing whatever around, maybe a maxi to the meet. And, you'll hear Sam coming a mile off of his straight cuts, and you'll probably hear me whinging about how slow my car is. So we'll all be there.
I think you're more likely to see me in Edith next year than you are in a Mini.
The old faithful.
I love that thing. I love driving it. I wish it was my daily. Like, I just love big trucks. Like, they can't go fast, but it's just something about it when you're on the road. You're high up. You're above everyone else. You just go. Everyone, obviously, people get annoyed at you when you're doing 40. There's one bit on the A23.
I was waiting for a comment from Sam there.
I've just seen Tony's comment about a breakdown, so that's. I've got a spare fuel tank now, so we're okay. So take your roof out.
Roof of Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, H7 you would hear him. H7 and those straight cut gears. There's not much. You don't. I don't know. It's just when you're following someone that's got that straight cut gear sound, it's addictive. Yeah.
Oh no, but it's a split thing though. You either love it or you hate it. Like my neighbours absolutely hate it, and they think there's something wrong with the car. and I don't care.
Yeah, a lot of people think they're broken when they drive past, don't they?
Yeah, but it's like first gear only, so it's not. It hasn't got a straight cut drop, so it's not that loud. And then to be fair, on full chat, the Zed's louder, full throttle.
But I think I just couldn't believe it when we were out in it and we did that review. In fourth, quiet. It's just, well, it's not quiet, is it? It's still a Mini, but the gearing noise goes, and it's just, that's mint. It's proper, like, best of both worlds there.
And then to clarify, I've undersold my exhaust to somebody, so someone's got a nice sounding exhaust now. So it's
undersold. Oh yeah, I understand now. Yeah.
Yeah. So the pea shooter's now gone. But yeah, and what's quite good is the only reason it got changed is because we were struggling with leaks in the middle. It was leaking around the cat. It was leaking around the decat pipe when it was decatted. It was leaking around the flexi. It was leaking at the Y piece. It was shite. It was so bad.
Basically, the ball socket on the decat. It was the decat actual pipe wasn't amazing, and the socket wasn't great. And then
nothing. It was like 4 different exhausts trying to make one. It wasn't.
The link pipe went inside the LCB rather than outside it. So obviously, it doesn't take a lot of common sense physics. The exhaust is if it's going to leak, it's going to go straight out. It's not going to go. It's blowing. So
and
sat there and it was for sale. And ever the person who sells anything, so half my parts end up in your cars, don't they? So
yeah, they do. But I think between all of us, we've all got bits and pieces of each other's cars. So. But yeah, no, I think it's worked out well. She sounds a lot better for it, and she looks better. There's nothing wrong with the RC40. I love the sound of that as well. But obviously, to get the exhaust leaks gone, we had to change everything. So it's all been changed. But recently sold it to a guy that actually follows the channel. So if he's watching, that'd be quite cool. But yeah, the exhaust wasn't on there very long. So it's.
To be fair though, didn't you buy it when you turned 30? So I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything at all there. Just.
No, I was 29 when I purchased it, and James gave me the comment. He goes, "Oh, you haven't got the roll tip on it. It doesn't look as nice." And then I got it's so small. It doesn't,
I'm just a bit concerned you're talking about tips. It's just.
Well, we are live here as well, so just put it out there in the open.
In the open. Mark opens himself up to all this thing. It's not just me who sees it. It's like.
Oh. No, it's like James said. It's considering it's been a rubbish year. Really, we've made the most of it as much as we can. For me, the biggest thing that is let me down a little bit is I really enjoy getting 3 videos out a week for you guys, and I really enjoyed the feedback from it. But times change, and we're going to get back to that. Don't be wrong, that's our goal. We're going to go back to doing 2 to 3 videos a week again. But yeah, for you guys that follow the minis, there's still going to be minis all the time. The minis will never leave the channel. There's always going to be minis on the channel.
The foundations are the minis, so.
Yeah. So, but we got the truck. I'm hoping maybe Sam, do you want to do something with your 350Z maybe?
Yeah, at some point when we can afford to put some petrol in.
Yeah. Be like 50 quid to do a video, wouldn't it?
No, it wouldn't that, yeah. The thing that's amazing is just they just drink petrol. The fuel gauge goes down when you boot it, so.
Yeah, it's a great car. I know James has got his Alpha as well, so it'd be quite good to do that one.
That's. So. If I haven't sold it by then. I was about to say
no, you need to.
We need to do. I think we're going to do a little mini series on our dailies. We'll do that a bit more often. We're still hoping that there might be some futuristic cars on the show in the future, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
Yeah, maybe completely away from classics a little bit, but yeah, let's see what happens with that. But we've got loads of stuff sort of in the pipeline. Like I can pretty much map out 2021 in videos and projects, and that's without Sam doing maybe a supercharged build on the Midas, without James stripping Eve down. There's so much to do, and then we got to get Tony in with Billy as well, and there's so much stuff to be done. So
yeah, there's I think. As much as we wanted a little break from minis, and we have kind of ventured out into other cars, but at the end of the day, I think we're always going to have different cars on the channel now. We want it to be that way, but the minis will be a core foundation, and they're not going away anytime soon, unless they rust away by the time we fix them. But hopefully, I think all of us will have our minis to where we want them in the next year or two. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, and the reason it's called Simpson's Classics is because it's not just tailoring it to a Mini. It started primarily with the Minis, but right at the beginning of the channel, I mentioned that it was a brand of car that I really want to get into. I wanted one for ages, and if I could make it happen, I would. And then it's Sam's got Japanese cars. We've now both got Japanese cars, me and James, and stuff like that. So there's so much to come from the channel. There's other cars that I still really want to buy, as well as the other lads probably seriously got that as well. So
the thing about it though is it's not like it's not just like doing it just to do a video, is it? It's it's something like you wanted to do, like your new car that's going to be revealed. That's something you've always wanted. And you're doing
people
it.
will probably go, "Wow, what the hell is that?" But for
why
me,
have you got that?
Yeah, it's what you want, and it's the goals you set yourself. Classic Mini Garage, but which one of Simpson's Classics fleets is the worst on fuel consumption? I think if you can include Sam Z in that, I'd probably be the Z.
Yeah,
the worst on fuel. I don't know what James's Alpha's like.
18, I get.
Alpha, if I'm putting my foot down on short journeys, 20 to 25 miles per gallon. On a motorway, when I'm not hitting the turbo, about 40. So it's actually it's not bad for 1.8 turbo. It does go quite well.
Yeah.
And that is the thing about, like, if you go to Italy, because when I did my road trip,
fuel, haven't you?
I spent over £1,000 in petrol going around Europe. And bear in mind that your Shell V-Power club card doesn't work outside the UK.
She didn't even get any vouchers back for it.
And if you try and get petrol in Italy, you can't just go in and pay for it. You have to do it on the machine, and it's all in Italian, and it's a nightmare. And trying to get above 95 is hard.
Yeah. I'm told my new purchase, standard, does around what you guys are saying, sort of early 20s, mid 20s on the motorway maybe. But the boost is getting wound up with a bigger turbo. So I'm probably looking at 18 to 20 potentially. So it's not going to be that great. But at the end of the day, do we really own cars that be good on fuel? We own them because we love them, and we love them for different reasons. So
that's a good point. I've just seen Chris's comment. So, with your hardtop now, do you go for as much hair gel per journey, or is it like?
No, my hair.
I was going to say you don't need hair gel because you let the wind just do the job for you.
Yeah. One thing I will say about the haters of the MX-5s out there, putting the hardtop on the car, I did cover it in a video, it actually has stiffened the car up so much, and the space and the noise in the car changes. Like my roof personally on mine rattled so much. I don't know what James's was like. But yeah, my hair stays better with the hardtop because I've got more headroom, because I wasn't having the headlining flapping on my hair all the time. So yeah, it's definitely a plus.
To be fair, I've only driven mine like 100 miles, and then that's keeping the revs below 4,000 RPMs. I really haven't opened her up yet, so one day when that new engine goes in, second-hand engine goes in, we'll see.
We're getting all the MPG readings out here. So we've got Anthony's at 19, I think, Classic Mini Garage at 18. I'm assuming, are we talking about the minis and stuff here? My mini, to be fair, is pretty good on fuel. I'd say I get high 30s to 40s. I mean, in the SPI, it's quite standard.
I worked out on MJ with the 1380, although it is just stock ECU. I went to Bristol and back, and I did 34 miles per gallon, which I thought was quite good.
Yeah. I don't think they're too bad.
I went to Scotland. Scotland is about 31 in minutes.
Yeah.
If flat out, it's about 26. So it's not that bad, is it? But
no. At the end of the day, they're old cars, and I think to even produce that, considering especially Sam's, they're modified, and MJ, I don't know what MJ does on fuel, but obviously, and you think of what you run them on. I mean, most of us probably run them on super unleaded as well, and things like that. So it's like the higher octane, so you're paying the higher premium in the fuel as well. But yeah, I don't think they're too bad. I mean, I've never owned a car that really guzzles fuel. I think I'm about to own a car that really guzzles fuel. Yeah, it's one of them.
So I don't miss commuting.
Yeah, I bet you were spending a lot.
I was over £100 a week in petrol. It's a lot.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So one thing I'm really short with, the 1.6 Mazda's pretty good on fuel. I mean, James, I don't think he's done much trips in his, and obviously his engine's a bit knocky. So I don't know if he's gauged his MPG, but I think the 1.8 Mark II is meant to be even better on fuel.
It's knocky, but it still does burnouts pretty well. So probably
better than mine. I need to practice.
Probably not for long. I think if I was to really hammer it, that engine would probably die within about 5 minutes. So, but
yeah,
it's taxed, it's MOT, it's insured, it can go places if it wants to, but it chooses.
It just doesn't do more than 50.
And at the moment, it's done. Well, I think I last drove it in August, and was it August? No, it must have been a bit later than that. Oh,
No, it'll be
September.
September.
End of September.
No, October.
When did we see
October.
each other? October or September?
It was
I think it was
October.
beginning of October.
At the
Oh,
MOT.
that was it. Yeah, beginning of October. That was the last time we drove. So 2 months in the cold, wet, miserable weather we have here, and now growing all sorts of mushrooms, mould, you name it. It's in there.
James has moved into another career now, by the sounds of it. Someone's put there fixed hardtops brackets. No, I haven't put the fixed hardtop brackets on purely because it is going to be a winter thing. I'm not sold on that whole soft top thing yet. That's not the reason why I bought it, because it's convertible. But I get that having the roof down is quite fun, and once it's got a roll cage in it and stuff like that, track days will be quite fun with and things like that. So the hardtop really is a winter thing because I drive it daily at the moment and to protect it. But yeah, it is.
We know why you bought an MX-5. We know why you bought one. So
why?
Well, I saw the contents of your boot.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, but you must be proud when you look in my boot. I actually carry tools with me. That's a rare thing.
Sam,
and the Haynes manual. That was good. No fuel tank, no spare fuel tank.
Don't forget that
the
tools in the back of mine did save H7 when we went to the car show. I've forgotten the name, but
this is Scotch Piper.
Yeah, because someone's breather pipe blocked up. But,
well, that's the whole point. If we all carry something, we can help each other out, and that's the whole point of a car community, isn't it? So
that is true.
There's a question from Ross Bucket. If you had to drive one car for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh my God, I don't think I could answer that. I'll be honest, it's probably the car I'm about to buy because it's the best all-rounder. Like, it actually probably would be. I wouldn't drive a Mini for the rest of my life because you would outgrow it. As much as I love them.
You definitely got old. You can go off people, can't you?
No, I think if you had to just drive one thing for the rest of your life, I've got turbo. I'm not going to list everything, so I'll give the car away. But I've got everything about it. It's just perfect. I don't know why you.
If the fear of.
Yeah, you should drive the truck.
Yeah, I think if there was one vehicle I had to drive, and it was like the only thing, it would be a van of some sort because it's just practical, and it will get you to A to B. You can store your crap in the back, and you wouldn't have a problem with it.
Exactly.
Maybe not a Citroen Relay, but having said that, I've driven Sprinters, Transits, well, I say Crafters, but they're all the same, aren't they, nowadays? And I haven't driven the newer Ducatos and stuff like that, but I've driven Ivecos, and oh my God, Ivecos, they're the worst. If you want a really cheap van that just falls apart in 5 seconds, get an Iveco. But
I'll ask Tony about this. Tony's got one.
Like, I drove a refrigerated one once, and you couldn't even find the gears. It done like, I think it was like 3 years old. It done 170,000 miles, so it'd been pretty hammered its whole life. And you couldn't even find the gear. Like, I had no idea if I was in 5th, 4th, 6th. It's like a Magic One gearbox all over again. But it's like, it was, it was awful. But that Citroen Relay from 1999, it's smooth, it's quiet, it's economical. I would drive it all day long.
Yeah.
For me, it's just Mini. Because no matter what,
H7, wouldn't you?
No, I don't know. Maybe I changed the spec of it, but no matter what, that's my core love. And you can drive a lot of cars in time. And it's like even like the Z, it's 14 years old, and it's not by a modern guy driving a car. It's completely different, and it's like you're out of sync with it. And as much as the Z's like got 330 brake, it's fast. Driving the Mini is completely different thrill. And then basically the last drive I went out in H7 was the Peter Straits on my own, and I was hammering it through an S-bend, and there was a white, Old English white MPI 7 coming the other way, and there was an old woman, mid-80s, waved at me, flashed me, and she absolutely handed it around this bend in her 80s, and it was the best part of the day, because she's in her 80s doing that, and if I can do that, touch wood, in the 80s, when I'm 80, if I get to 80, I'd look.
So basically, what you're saying is you want to race grannies the rest of your life.
Come on,
say where you win.
No, it's just what you enjoy, and you don't need.
I get that. Yeah.
Other people, I mean, like I could have said supercar, like XJ220 is my favorite supercar. I wouldn't own one, even if I could, but I don't know. It's a good thing, and it's what you like, innit? And we all you know, we all have our aims in life. And
and we have our little quirks of cars that we like as well. And I think if we all like the same thing, the world would be very boring. I think Classic Mini Garage has asked, is there any plans for the 350Z, like mods and stuff like that? It's pretty well sorted anyway, isn't it?
So technically, it's my daily.
Yeah.
I wasn't meant to keep it either. It was when I turned 25. It was my like little present to go on Europe. I've got it. I don't really know. There's not a lot of mods you can do power-wise unless you go big.
It's had quite a bit done before you bought it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it was quite well looked after.
It's been mapped. It's got different exhausts. Maybe coil it's got lowering springs, but I mean it's got rays on it which are like light forged wheels. I don't really know, to be honest. I like the fact it's quite a sleeper Z. It's not.
I think it looks nice. Quite OEM, isn't it?
Like the one in like Tokyo Drift, for example. That's like a Veilside full body kit. It's like there's loads of like max power, and it's quite a subtle, should we say?
It's quite professional as well, doesn't it? It looks quite smart as a day car, if you know what I mean.
But it drives like mine, especially because it's got like basically got a Nismo engine in mine, Nismo cams. It drives like a H7, should we say? So under $4,500, there's not a huge amount of power, and it just kicks. You know, your big surging power when it comes on cam. So if you drive something like a Golf R now, if I'm in the wrong gear, a Golf R will absolutely fly past me. But if I'm in the right gear, right revs, you know, I'll have it. And it's that fun of NA that they're never going to make that. Like for the latest, I think it's the 400Z that's coming out.
Yeah.
They're never going to make a naturally aspirated high revving engine again. You know, and it's like it's pure. So I don't really want to change it too much. I like it how it is, and as you'll know, parts for it are quite expensive. So when I came back from Europe, my headlights cracked.
Yeah.
Italy cracked the heat in Italy cracked the headlight lenses. So I thought, they won't be too bad. But I mean, headlights, what, 50 quid each? 50. Well, no, and then I think it was like what, 500 quid for a set of headlights. It sort of adds up, doesn't it? And like brake disc for it, a pair of front brake discs are 250 quid for standard ones. So not much plan for it. Just keep maintaining it, really.
I can see I've started a little bit of a van chat in the comments here.
You have started.
Nothing wrong with my Becco's, maybe, but LDVs. Do you know what? How many pick?
We looked at loads of them, didn't we?
Ones that were in our price range were LDVs, and they were converted to pickups. Some were absolute rust buckets. Some would be partly welded, restored. They all of them had over 200,000 miles on them. And we were like, oh, is this the best we're going to get for our money? And we was kind of admitting defeat. We were literally going to go look at them. We were going to get one, until the relay showed up.
We wanted something retro, didn't we? We wanted to keep
I think
it.
The Citroen does that quite well. Yeah, 97 Convoy. I can imagine that goes quite a bit. I must admit, I do like the new Transit Customs. I've been in a few newer ones. I've driven the new Transit Custom as a Luton van, and in terms of the technology and the inside and the cabin, how comfortable it is, can't fault them. I mean, they kept it.
They're a modern van, aren't they? They're like driving a car, really, aren't they? Considering.
But I think that's enough talk about vans. Let's see what else everyone's gone about. I think someone is trying to get Mark drunk by the looks of it.
Yeah, go set. You having a drink, Mark? Come on, there's two of us now. Oh, there's more than two of us. People at home waiting for you to watch this.
Well, they must watching. Yeah, they are.
Is it like a game, like where if you drink, they drink? So.
Yeah. Oh god, we have loads of drunk Instagram posts later, aren't we?
No, it's normal Sunday night for me. But
Classic Mini Garage, is your new car Japanese? I did say it's having an engine swap, so you never know. I'm not going to give that one away, actually. No. We'll leave it as it is there. I've just had a message off the owner of the car currently. He's like, you're going to give this away in a minute. But no, I'm not.
It's in Instagram memes quite a lot, I'd say. That's what I say.
No, the car is the car itself is kind of at a standstill before I've started because of bloody COVID again. Because I've actually located the bits I need to carry on with it and get going with it, and I can't go and get anything. And obviously, I don't buy things that are 10 minutes from me. I buy things that are 200 miles away from me. So yeah, I can't really actually go and do anything at the moment. So it's a bit annoying.
Yeah, because that's one of the things is when I had Violet, you said to me that I wasn't the only person who had a car on someone else's drive.
Yeah.
So I was like, flipping, how many cars you got on your friend's driveways?
Yeah. So I've like I say, I've done a deal. We're going to work through it. He's very kindly offered to help do the work as well with me, which is awesome. I think we're going to film it, so that's obviously going to be pretty cool. And I'm pretty excited about it. If anyone knows me, then it's something I've really wanted. So, but we'll move on from that before I do actually say something I shouldn't say.
Have a drink.
Yeah, let's have another drink. But yeah, so obviously from everything you've seen there, we've got loads and loads of plans. We can't plan any events yet because we just can't plan anything. You can't plan your own life at the moment, let alone events for the channel. But one thing I will say, the channel 2021 is going to be very, very varied. It's going to have obviously the 2 Mazdas in it. It's going to have the truck. It's going to have the minis. It's going to have hopefully the Z, maybe the Alpha, which is going back to like saying sleeper dailies. I think the Alpha classes as that. It's quite a 5-door car, and then it can sort of come alive and stuff. So I think they're both very good cars that would be quite good on the channel. Obviously, these lads, it's up to them.
Well, we've got a traffic cop X5, haven't we, to go on as well? So
yeah, we've got this Pimpmobile on the channel as well, haven't we? So, but you can only drive it in your slippers. Apparently, it's got flash carpet and stuff in it. So
I thought he's been a bit quiet today. He must have been in the slippers already.
But he's been polishing it, hasn't he? Hoovering his carpets out and stuff. So, but yeah, we have got so much to do on the channel, and it's going to be quite exciting. I think 2021. Me personally, I'm hoping to have more time. So moving into 2021, it's going to change quite a bit for me. So I'm hoping to get a bit back on with the editing, back on with the videos. Likewise with James. A lot of people have asked from Violet's videos to see more of Sam's cars. So I'm hoping, we've had this discussion before, haven't we, Sam, that you've got a few jobs you do need to do on both the minis. And
well, that's the thing. I didn't know what people be even bothered, what they'd be even interested, because it's like it's literally like the thing about what I was doing is it's not like Mark didn't ask me to do any video in. He was just I said to him, look, I can document what I'm doing as a sort of vlog style, because to me I'd just rather do it as like a natural thing, because I was going to do it anyway for Mark, no matter what. If it was, if YouTube doesn't exist, I would still have done it for him.
Yeah, just we had something to look back on.
But as with minis, you don't own them unless you're working on them, because when they're done,
there's always something else to do.
Yeah, there's always something, like just like my brake servo failing. So that's why I'm taking advantage of it. I've got a bit of downtime, and I'm going to do full engine bay repaint. Maybe I'm going to try and keep the engine in, because I can't bother taking it out on my own.
Yeah.
But yeah, if people are interested in what I'm doing, it's I quite happily do it. I mean, I actually really enjoyed it, to be fair.
Yeah, and I think for anyone that does start doing videos, like my first video, I watched it back about a month ago, and I don't know how we've got to where we got. I seem so nervous, and it is hard. It's not easy to be in front of a channel, and I think James was the same when he first did a few videos, and obviously Sam's now doing them. But I think, like Sam said, and I'm sure James will agree with it as well, you just do it. So you kind of just, for me, I did the 89 to document it because the car means a lot to us, and I always wanted to film it, and it's really spiraled from then. And I think that it's become a good thing. But like I say, and the mini started it, and we're going to move on from other stuff. But there's a lot to come, and I'm really quite excited for it.
And I've got yeah. Well, so I say they've all got plenty of projects, and even between, it's not like not doing it for the sake of it. We've all got our own, like, got Evie, got your stuff, and it's like I've got my stuff. Like in an ideal world, 2 years ago, would have took 87 2 years ago would have been off the road for a full repaint, and I've not done that either. And I'm maintaining it every year now, rather than doing a full strip down. So there's bits in today, there's bits on Firecat here to do, but I use them, and hopefully we're going to start going places at some point when we can go.
Yeah. So like another thing, like for the channel, sort of be prepared for like sort of a bit more vlogging style, like Sam said, and like with James, we all travel to see each other. We don't live near each other in that respect. So when obviously the restrictions go, there's going to be quite a bit of vlogging style videos, and I kind of got it in my head that if all three of us went to see each other, obviously Tony involved as well, and anyone else wants to sort of tag with, we did a meet, it'd be quite good just to sort of vlog the whole thing, because for me it's how things build and how things change. And I think just capturing what you do is just the best way to do it. Being natural on the camera is the easiest way to do things. And I think both of you guys sort of realised that.
Yeah, vlogging is definitely going to be a big part of what we do next year, because I think me and Mark we've had time because of the original lockdown and time and furlough, whatever it may be. We've had more time to focus on videos and what it is, but it takes up so much time to edit a video and put it together. Whereas
it does. It's not a quick process.
And to do it with a vlogging style, it's only a little bit of cutting and editing here and there, and we'd rather just give you the content and kind of probably sacrifice the quality a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think you guys as our viewers, you want to see what we're doing rather than us trying to make a polished. Make it like a polished project. So there will be some videos that we do throughout the year, probably the big ones, the specials, where they will be edited to hopefully quite a nice standard. But we will got to see what happens. So I know it's a lot of this and what happens, and we'll see how it is. But I think the vlogging style is definitely going to come. It's good.
Well, I think the first one though. Do you remember when? Because I can't believe the Midas series was like 5 episodes, like 10 minutes long. When you think about how much we could have put in it.
Oh yeah, we cut a lot out, didn't we? Really?
Yeah, but do you remember when I was underneath it and there's fuel pouring everywhere, and there's me and Tony just like covered in petrol, and like that was a whole episode of just like banter,
just laughing about everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was just a live. I wasn't staged or anything, was it? It was just
and I think that paved the way for how the channel's going to sort of be as well. So. Yeah, I think we need more of that just being normal. So,
if people are interested, I can get on.
Yeah, and I mean, in the comments now that's flowing away, please just fire away anything you do want to see on the channel because we'll make it happen if we can. Classic Mini Garage, more on the 89. Yes, the 89 is my main focus for next year. I've got to clear the MPI, get that done. Obviously, we've got plans for the Clubman, which we'll find out next week, which there's a few bits and pieces going on with that. The new build coming. James and Sam both have things coming, so we've got all that. But yeah, the main focus for me, mini-wise, next year will be maintaining my own cars, and then the 89 coming back to it. Phil, is your car slow? If you're casting the new car that's on there yet, it's not. That's actually the fastest car I own, the one that's going to come to the channel. My Blue Mini, it's not very fast. Sam's driven it. It goes all right.
Both 90, of you actually. 90.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's standard.
Depends who's driving, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know Phil personally, so he's more than welcome to have a go in it if he really wants. For me, it goes well for what it is. It's a great little car, but I'm saving my fast mini build for my van, and my van's still yet to come to the channel. There's a few Instagram pictures out and about it. I do every now and then get a bit of like look back on it and say, I'll post a few pictures because it's just sitting there in the background. It's doing my nut. It really does need to come to the channel because it's the only mini I've ever wanted to own. A bit like H7 for Sam, and like MJ's the John Cooper, and then James has got his baby Eve. It's like the van's been my only one I ever wanted, and it's still not here yet. It's just a bit annoying. I'm trying to dig through everything I keep buying cars. It doesn't help. But
you have that. The thing about Mark is, what I will say, he's an amazing friend because you can imagine, like most people watching this, we've all grew up as like car lovers. So me and my dad into cars, but none of the rest of my family didn't like. Well, they're not car people like us. And it's great knowing Mark because when people say to you, "Yeah, but you've got like 4 cars," I went, "Yeah, but Mark's got how many cars have you got, Mark?" And it's like I always compare myself to Mark. I always look so much better. Like it sounds so bad.
Currently though, I can't have the most out of you. I think James has actually got the most out of it. So I've got the mystery car, 4 minis, and the Mazda. So I've
quite a lot though, isn't it? Like for one person.
Oh yeah, I guess. It's 6 cars.
A Mini, an Alpha, an MX-5, and a truck. And I've got access to my dad's MJ. So
we're quite on par then. So Sam's got the least, I guess. But
yeah,
there's always time, Sam. There's always time. But one thing I will say about my personal fleet of cars is, in the next 2 or 3 years,
they'll all be electric.
I don't say the numbers are going. No, I don't think they're going to change as in numbers, but the cars are going to jumble around to what they are. Maybe I might. I think lockdown's taught me a lot of things. Life's a bit too short. Just go and get what you want, and we'll see. I kind of don't want to sell any to buy any though. That's the only issue.
There was an Instagram post that Mark sent to me yesterday, and it was a minivan in the garage, and he was like, "Oh, that's what I want underside to be." And I was like, "Oh, I best clean the garage up then." And then he was like, "Oh yeah." So it's like subconsciously he's trying to get me to do more stuff on him.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I think we'll just be frank with you guys. We're sat in here having a live chat with everyone. for me, the end of 2021, I really want to have a hub for Simpsons Classics, a workspace that we can all of us can go and work in and film from and really get content out where there's no issue with lighting, there's no issue with space, there's no issue with tools or anything like that. Everything's just there and we can just get on with it. And I think if we can reach that in 2021, the channel's done exactly what I personally, and obviously these guys hope will agree with me, that's where we need to go. It'd be nice to have somewhere we can just go and work on cars.
It's all we talked about this year. We want a place where we can leave all our gear, all our cars just safely locked up tight, but we can just go in and out as we please and just do a bit of filming, do a bit of work, and get to things. Obviously, it doesn't help that you guys up north, but we're down here. MOTs are down here. It's like, but we'll find somewhere that fits the bill, and if we can spend, even if it's just a weekend here and there, just to be able to work on stuff. We'll get there. We'll find something.
We'll make the world of Hollywood work, and we'll film in advance, and we'll get stuff done. And I think even just driving to wherever this hub's going to be could be videos. Do you know what I mean? It's going to work well. I think it's just getting to that hurdle.
Just going through the comments now. So DJC said, "Mark, you don't want a van." Well, I've not seen this van either. So Alex has got a point right there, because I mean, I've seen photos of it, but we know people can Google stuff like that. I mean,
James can vouch for me. James has actually seen this van.
Yes, it's real. It's a van. I like that.
That's all James could say on it though, because that's all he could see.
He was covered up by a lot of stuff. I like vans.
It's covered up. How covered up though? That's what, I've not seen this van. Right, I've heard about it.
It looks pretty good. I don't think you'd have to do too much on it, to be honest.
No, it's what I've always said about it as well is, and again, loads of people won't disagree with this, but for me, I don't like, after having the sidewalk painted, I didn't use it for a year. I've done the Budget Clubman, and it's a great car. I mean, you guys have both seen it. You're both saying the paint's great. It's been flat and polished now. It's a very usable, nice little car. But I still just love patina. I've always loved a car to look its age and to be what it's meant to be. And I think the van's a very good contender for that, because it can be flattened and polished. I tidy up the rust and then just drive it. But like I sent the picture to Sam the other day, I want the underside to be immaculate. Nice shocks, all the upgraded stuff that I want, nice engine. But I want it to look its age. I don't want to be scared of parking it somewhere.
Didn't it have a Steinway team? Was it like a hairdresser van or something?
It is. It's Simpson's Barbers down side. Yeah. Cut and blow dries on. It's.
Pardon.
Well, that's what you can do in this COVID world we live in. Like, you could offer mobile haircuts out the back of the minivan. That's a business idea right there.
This is a business venture in the making, isn't it?
You joke about this. This is actually realistic. This is what's going to happen.
Have you guys ever considered doing a podcast? We have actually mentioned it a few times in passing, but yeah, I guess it's 2021. See what happens. For us, that would really mean setting up a hub to do it, because we need to be together.
Our podcasts are our live streams, really, aren't they? So
yeah, this is our way of doing it, I guess. But
one of our most successful live streams, we've only done, this is our 11th one, but throughout this year, was actually when we talked about other people's cars and we had the pictures sent to us. So I do think we will, even if it's once a month and we have a live stream, I think we would like to get that as kind of a regular. So if people keep sending us cars throughout the month, then we'll have a whole list of cars by the end of the month to have a live stream with and chat about. So
and we can let the owners know, and then they can come in and talk about
exactly.
Them and stuff like that.
What is it? I can fit as many people on this screen as I want to. It might not work, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, that's something we can look into, because the viewers' ridecast did well.
And I think if we could actually get the picture up of their car and we could actually invite them into the call and they can come and go as they please, then I think we'll be able to sort something out. And it's definitely, I think, something that'd be quite fun, quite interesting. And considering we're probably still going to be in and out of the tier system, it's something.
I think it's something that could work well and it'd be fresh.
Yeah, let's have a 31-person Skype call.
Thing is, I say get Tony on it, but I was just thinking, because I'm outnumbered right now, because I'm northern. You two are southern.
I'm northern now.
Well, not really. Yeah, no,
I think
if
you
you get
spent.
Tony hasn't got the explicit
filter.
barrier filter. Yeah, so it's a bit. You'd have to start at about 11 o'clock, wouldn't you, for Tony, and at night to
Start
do a live stream.
muting. Or put a 30-second delay on the stream so we can cut it off.
But at least we'd be sharing the pie love as well, which would be quite good for Tony.
It's how we are, aren't we? You know, it's
yeah. If you can't get along with your mates, you're taking a piss out of them, then you're not chilled.
That's all we ever do. We're not a team. We're just taking a piss out of each other. Like one of Tony's comments is when we went to Brooklands, one of Tony's kids was in the passenger seat, and since then, Mark is now Captain Slow to Tony's family. Yep. So that's how he's referred to because he's
literally. If I turn up at Tony's house, he's like, "Oh, Captain Slow out the window."
56 miles an hour all the way to London was not fun. I tell you.
I had a temperature leak, and we had a coolant leak, didn't we?
Well, it's probably the same bloody leak, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
the leak, there was actually 2 leaks, but we won't go there. We'll just.
The DJSE says I'm not Northern, I'm still an immigrant. So I don't know how many years I've got to live up north to be classed as one.
Hang on, right, this is the test. Northern. Oh, right. So having a bacon, sausage, or a pasty, or a pie. It's a pie barm, isn't it? It's a pie barm, or a bacon butty, or bacon barm. That is it, isn't it? It's not
a bacon roll.
It's not a roll. It's not a muffin. It's not a tea cake. It's a roll, and that's how you know you're Northern. So.
Oh dear.
I'm just saying.
It's definitely not a muffin because I don't want chocolate chips with my bacon, so that's not happening. I know, like the Americans do, like putting syrup with bacon and stuff. That's not for me.
It's a roll, mate.
Yeah,
it's not a roll. It's not a roll.
But I have to admit, I've got used to like going into like a chip shop now, going, I have a chip balm. And it just sounds so weird to say, but that's all that's written on the wall. That's the only thing that's on the menu. I can't say chip sandwich or chip roll.
Chip. Oh, I knew this to start. Oh God, comments are going to go. Wigan kebab, yeah. So Tony loves them. That's his.
Tony's all over this.
Yeah. So that's how you know if you're Northern or not. That's the test. That is one of the tests.
It's not a fucking roll. So Kevin said we're all Northern to him, but he's stuck on an island, bless him. So yeah, I guess we already seem a bit Northern.
Yeah,
chip butty up north through.
No, not.
Yeah,
not that it's ever really. I've called it a chip butty or bacon butty, but like if you actually go.
Yeah, but it's actually just a chip sandwich, isn't it? Yes,
Hang on. So you have breakfast, then you have dinner, then you have tea. Dinner is not. You don't have lunch. It's dinner and tea.
Breakfast,
dinner isn't the end of the day.
Well, breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's how it is.
Yeah, that is how it is.
Or sometimes in my household you mix it up a bit. Sometimes it's tea, sometimes it's dinner.
And then you have snacks. Exactly. What do you call your snacks?
Cheese course, you know.
Sam's just like.
Can I just say something? So on the next video, when you see Violet and the surprise on Violet, this is why I did it. This is why. This whole thing. Just wait.
Yeah, so Violet's got a video coming. As soon as it's nice enough weather to go and drive her in, without being snowing, there is a video coming, and yeah, there's a nice little surprise for you guys.
He thought I was innocent.
But he shot me for one.
Wouldn't do anything to his car. Like, come on. Like.
I don't even know what my face must have looked like when I picked it up from Sam's, but
I can't say what you said because it was like about 5 swear words, and then what the.
And then also like my neighbours, yeah, they don't think it's a Mini coming down the road anyway. Oh dear, it's going to be interesting anyway.
Oh, it's kicking off again.
Yeah, it's kicking off.
Scraps on chips. Ooh.
Breakfast, dinner, tea, done. Scraps? It's like the scraps of bits.
I'm guessing it's like the offcuts and crap. Yeah. Scraps. I've never heard that actually.
They're just called bits, aren't they? Eating bits.
I shouldn't have started
that. Is that all the salad bar in Harvesters? Just all the scraps, yeah? Like all the crap.
I'm getting dodgy looks right now because you said muffin. Like.
Sam's getting like side-eyed now. Like.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, it's been really good catching up with you guys. We're going to try and make it a monthly thing again, try and do our live streams. It's getting us all together. try and get Tony away from his slippers a little bit and try and get him on as well. But yeah, it's good to catch up with you guys. Like I said, we have a lot to tell you guys what we've got planned. Obviously, it's depending on all this COVID stuff. It's like that for everyone. But as soon as we can, the one thing I will say is we will try and arrange some sort of run or meet or get together of some sort somewhere in the UK. That is definitely a thing, because we said we'd do that last year or this year, and it's not happened. So that is definitely going to happen.
We weren't expecting COVID round 2, were we? So.
No, we weren't. So, and it's happened, and we just got to roll with it. But
just move on from it.
We need a fast Fiat 500, or maybe we can do a review on a fast Fiat 500, Phil. That'd be pretty good.
That's a good point. Yeah, that'd be quite good. I mean,
yeah. We like little cars that are fast, so definitely something that could come to the channel. Maybe that'd be pretty cool. It's all about pops and bangs, isn't it? So. Sounds face.
Thing is, right, you get all these people in the comments go, "Oh, pops and bangs, it's chavvy and stuff." But then when I start spitting flames out, it's addictive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been very good catching up with everyone.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and we'll catch you on the next one. We'll post the next one out as soon as we can, when we've got a date nailed. We're all free, and yeah, stay safe, everyone. Please, obviously, enjoy your New Year celebrations. Don't think that this year is going to be the same, because it's not. We've got to think positive. So let's just roll with it, or muffin with it, or balm with it, whatever you want to call.
Oh, it's been great. Thank you
for having me. Get yourself a chip party. Have a good New Year's. Enjoy your virtual New Year's, because we're all well. Some people might be in a lower tier, but we're all doomed at the moment. So.
Yeah, and also, like mentioned, none of you put in the comments, but if there's anything you do want to see from the channel, message us on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and we'll try and make it happen for you guys. We want to make it entertaining.
There is a video this Friday, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Sorry,
Video
Wednesday. I hope you guys are understanding. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, yeah. It's a big video. It's not been an easy one to make, and yeah, see what happens.
Hashtag llama.
Hashtag llama.
Hashtag llama.
Hashtag llama.
It's an alpaca. It's not all. It's an alpaca.
This is like Pi Balm all over again. It's like it's not an llama. It's an alpaca. So yeah, catch you in 2021, guys. It's been awesome. Thank you very much for the support on the channel. It's honestly been overwhelming this year, and the comments have just been awesome. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a good one, and we'll see you next year.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.